Okay, today we're going to be reacting to the worst day of my entire life. Easily. I have not watched this video since the day I uploaded it, but it's probably the one that I've referenced the most on my channel over the years. So this video is called HELLLL WINGS, the spiciest moment of my life, 30 hours of hell. It currently has 803,000 views on YouTube. And I was an idiot when I went into this. So before we get into it, just know where I was in my life. It was very early in my YouTube spicy content journey. And my thought was, I was getting these. I went to this restaurant to eat one of these chicken wings and ended up trying to do this challenge. My thought process was, I won't eat anything so that I'll be hungry enough to eat all these chicken wings and then I'll have food after. I had never cramped off of anything before, and I could not have made more mistakes. So let's jump right in.
So I'm with Brian, the Wing King, and he's got these hell wings that I'm going to see how far.
So
how is it?
The owner Brian here.
20 minutes.
12 wings in 20 minutes.
12 wings in 20 minutes. He had a lot of crap in the comments.
We'll see how many you do.
He's actually a really nice guy. So
3 wings delivered to your house the day of the Super Bowl. If you live in Las Vegas.
That's exciting, right?
We're coming here with no bullshit.
he's actually a really nice guy. So
They are made with the blood of Satan, really.
see, that's
They have a little
a key right there. So he said Satan's, like the blood of Satan. So I think that these chicken wings,
the soil they're grown in, and the Scoville units goes through the roof. Anyway, they're like 9 million Scoville units.
Interesting.
9 million Scoville, that's not physically possible without using extracts, and he said that he was not using extracts in these, which is not possible.
I've had ghost peppers, I've had fresh Carolina Reapers, I've had...
When I ate these chicken wings, I thought that they tasted very chemically, and so my opinion on this is that he used Satan's blood extract and also potentially plutonium number 9 as well in this, but
we'll see how far
we'll
I
see.
actually make it in this.
You know what? I appreciate that you came out without going, dude, I eat hot shit all the time. I got this. It's no problem. At least Brian's like ready. He's like, I'm gonna do my best. I think I got it, maybe. You're like 5.
So I did not think that... Oh, we're fast forwarding apparently.
What you're about to watch led to the worst day of my entire life and 30 hours of excruciating pain.
Look at me.
Feel free to go ahead and watch me ruin my life.
Oh my gosh.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So I went there to just eat one chicken wing, and then when I told him about these that I want to eat one, like the whole restaurant stood up and like lights came out, and apparently I had to take the challenge on from there.
He's definitely not talking about this, Brian.
So you can tell from my face, like immediately concerned.
Is how many have you eaten?
See, look at it, and I don't clean the wings. Like I'm just trying to move way too fast. Like I'm trying to like.
Just not my thing.
I don't know. It's bad. It's bad. They don't taste good. I'm trying to ignore the fact that,
No.
like how like bitter and bad tasting they are.
Can I drink stuff?
Nope.
Absolutely not. That would be completely against the rules.
So yeah, I can't use any napkins. Can't drink anything.
I'm parched.
We got 2 down.
Yeah, he's got
Oh,
two down.
man.
My buddy Steve is sitting next to me, Ninja. He got a lot of crap in the comments too, but he's just being awesome, being a good personality, being a good friend, like trying to make the video more entertaining. Like he's an awesome dude. He's like one of my like best skateboarding friends. I don't know who's filming there, sticking the camera in my face in the shot though. Might be some B camera. I'm not sure.
Most casual.
You do have the coolest name on earth.
You are officially.
That's 3 down.
You've eaten more than any friend I have.
Seriously.
So I get to a cut here. So
Look at this hand.
just shaking so much. Look at tears. I'm so bummed at this point. I remember.
You got this. Stop swallowing.
And like, I was trying to just make good YouTube content at the time. I had no idea what cramping was. Like, I'm trying my hardest to power through
I
these.
feel like
4 down.
See, I
he's really
can't.
serious.
I think I'm about to say I'm done at this point.
Is there a napkin?
No
napkins.
Challenge. That's up to him.
It's for me.
Handle it. He's crying. I got tears.
Oh man, it's bad.
I got little tears.
It's in my beard?
Wow.
Oh, I go for another one. I think I take one more bite of this last wing. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. So I don't clean the wings at all, though.
Everyone's faces behind the camera is like.
So if I were to take down all these wings, like definitely a bunch of people could call me out for not like completely cleaning the
Are you gonna
bone.
make it the whole way?
No.
6 down.
No.
At least he's honest about it.
7 more to go. Come on.
Man, the tears are crazy. Oh.
Not on me.
Are they all drums, or are there some flats involved? Oh, I think I'm going for a flat right now.
Put it on
Was
his-
that a drum? I can't tell.
They know.
But oh, they give me a puke bucket. Brutal.
I've never seen you this miserable.
I am in a lot of pain here.
He's done.
Empty stomach.
Is out, look in the camera. Is that the hottest thing you ever put in your mouth?
This is by far the hottest thing I've ever eaten.
So you asked me earlier.
It's-
on a scale of 1 to 10. What would you say if someone asks you now? 1 to 10.
This is like a 15.
See, in retrospect, this is not the hot. See, look, you see how notice the owner, Brian, he's going in the back to give me ice cream right now. Like, he is actually a super kind guy, getting me a towel, got me ice cream, they got me a drink. I've got like a beer sitting next to me.
Do a video and be this quiet.
You know, like they were doing their best to help me out.
Like, I was thinking about doing this with him, not like what he just did, but I was thinking, I was like, oh, have a bite, just to, you know, because I haven't tried this in a while. And I'm glad I didn't, because I'm about to eat food and actually enjoy it. He's probably gonna suck all night.
Well, to recap, that's one of the gnarliest things I've ever even attempted to take on. It's been like 15 minutes, and I'm just absolutely obliterated by that.
Yeah, it's
Terrible, terrible place.
I remember I was
2
feeling
years ago,
kind
we
of
did this just like
fluish
a
at the
little
time.
sample of it, and this is way hotter. They've upgraded the wings, and this sucks. I tried it tonight, like just a little bit.
It's very bad.
Yeah, it's not fun.
I will say that this is still it's not the hottest thing I've ever eaten,
This is the
but
first one I've failed so far.
it is the first challenge that I ever failed. It's not the hottest thing I've ever eaten, but it's definitely the worst moment of my entire life.
After
So
this was by far the worst day of my entire life. So we left. We ate dinner. I didn't really eat anything. They completely fried off my taste buds. It was the most interesting. It was kind of weird.
You had
Yeah.
a bite of pizza.
I had a bite of pizza, but
Yeah,
the
I kinda-
crust somehow tasted like water, and there was sausage on it, and the sausage turned into an ice cube. So that was just how my flavor profiles were working.
That sounds like something you needed. at
I
the time.
kind of remember that. I felt like I had the flu.
I felt
I was
kind of weird.
I was
when
very sick.
leaving. I had Andy drive our rental car. We were on a skateboarding trip in Las Vegas, and I went to the hotel room, and I was pretty tired, so I laid down and took a nap about 45 minutes, and I woke up with the most excruciating stomach pain that I've ever been in my life. And
It's so
I understand
weird
what
that the
cramps are
stomach
like in your
cramps
stomach when you eat, like, super hot peppers.
ever,
I
like,
got it
came
with
on
Carol
this
Reaper. I got it
late.
with some hot sauces.
Like,
I'm familiar with these stomach cramps, but this
I
was
am.
on
I
a
don't.
whole
I don't
different
think
level.
I am
They
familiar with the
continued.
stomach cramps.
And in all, these stomach cramps lasted 30 hours.
33 hours, I believe,
was-
You look
actually.
like a zombie.
It was unreal. So the procedure would go.
So it
I would
it
go
took like
into
3
a
hours for those
episode,
stomach cramps to come on, which is
episode,
something that's
episode.
never happened to me since.
And I would start sweating profusely from my entire body. I'd sweat through whatever clothing that I had on, and then since I was sweating, I would get cold in our hotel room.
Yeah.
I even turned the heat up at this point.
That sucked.
I turned the heat up to try to
Yeah,
combat this. I would
thanks.
get cold.
I sweated while I was sleeping through the night because of you.
And I would go into like a hypothermic shake,
Yep.
basically in our
Sweating,
hotel room
shake,
until I could
feel better.
calm myself down and put more clothing back.
Cramps,
Like, walk
sweat,
over to the
shake,
sink and just stare
feel
at it,
better,
too.
just
Yeah, I had-
over and over
Why
again.
would- Why?
I would the bed like you had to like try to not move your intestines as much as possible. So I would just sit over the sink with a
Yep.
towel over my eyes and just try to rest there and not move and wait for the pain to go away. So it felt like it's like the unbelievable spiciness that happens in your mouth, but in your stomach. And what happened was like every 20 minutes, as the pepper would be moving through my intestines as I was digesting it, would hit another part of my intestines. And
I don't know if I talk about this in the video, but like my pee was
I suspect
spicy,
these chicken wings were made
and
with a very high
which
level
has
of
happened a few times,
capsaicin
unfortunately.
extract.
And my sweat became spicy, which I've never experienced before, and I don't know if I've ever heard of it, if anyone else.
The entire time too.
Literal flames.
So for over a day, every time I'd pee, I'd be.
Oh, little Earl.
Earl's gonna help us out on this apparently.
Little
the
Earl.
mistake I made was I should have thrown up the peppers, or I should have thrown up the chicken wings. I thought that
Would have been terrible.
Oh, look at the little good doggy.
In retrospect, it would have been so much better to do that, but no, I was like, I'm gonna go the road on this. At that first night, I thought that I was gonna go to the hospital. I really thought I would. If I would have been in Cincinnati,
That's the first thing I said.
I
next
probably.
morning.
Pause. So, my sweat turned spicy. I did not know, like, what cramping like that was going to entail. And so when I'm in the hotel room and I'm going through cramps every 15 to 20 minutes for 30 hours, at the time, my thought process was like, I want to go to the hospital, but I can't go to the hospital because I wouldn't be able to physically make it from the hotel room to like a cab or an Uber before another cramp session would start. And I didn't want, because when a cramp session started, like it was completely debilitating. Like I'm talking like fall out of your chair on the ground, like it wouldn't have been able to happen. So the only way that I would have been able to make it to a hospital for this, and they wouldn't have been able to do anything for me. Like it's in my like digestive system at this point. So I would have to just ride it out. So I just would have been in the hospital riding it out. It's the same thing as in my hotel room. I guess I'm slightly more comfortable in my hotel room. But it would have been like, at that point in the hotel, it would have been like an ambulance situation. I just refused to have it be an ambulance situation, knowing that there was nothing I could do about it.
I would have gone to the hospital if I was in Cincinnati, but I didn't physically think I could make it.
Yeah. Here we go.
From our hotel room through a casino to an Uber or to a car that could drive me.
I woke up and you were still in the bathroom. Like I woke up periodically the first night. I'd look over and the light you'd be draining light into the room. Thanks. And you would just be doing that hunch over the thing.
Sorry, I woke you up, Andy.
Like, wow, he really hasn't slept. So when I woke up for the day, you were doing that, and I walk in and I was like, do we need to go to the hospital? I didn't even say good morning.
Yes, I was like, no. I didn't know. But at that point, it was so into my system, I didn't know what they could do for me. It wasn't my stomach anymore. It's like it's now being digested and moving through my system.
Yep.
And so the last sort of like 6-7 hours of it, I would have one of my episodes, but I could just kind of like, I didn't have to get up to go to the bathroom, to stand there by the sink. I could kind of be on the couch, and I could kind of ride it out.
Yeah, eventually you ended up on the couch for long periods of time, and you turned into like you kind of looked like a Scarface situation, sitting in a bathrobe.
I was wearing a bathrobe.
You had a bathrobe, and then you had the blanket. It looked like you were wearing like the ultimate dude bathrobe wedding dress situation.
Yeah, man.
Then you were just like telling your people to go make deals across the city, and they were listening.
It was horrible. At this point, if you can follow me here, I needed to get this out of my system in some way, and puking was not going to happen. After I had my the super painful episode, I was like, I have to get this out of my body, and I was kind of trying to avoid doing something like this. I'm like, Andy, you need to bring me like a laxative or something so that I can finally just get this
Really,
out.
Brian?
And so
I was your errand boy.
He really.
I don't remember this part.
Yeah, he was bringing me coffee. Anything with a base or cream in it to like help me move.
I tried eating a grilled cheese. I remember in French fries.
Like a laxative. Took 2 of these little tiny pills, and the second that I took them, basically, is like I think it like started to move things along like enough, and the cramps had gone away at that point. So I was able to get about 3 hours of sleep. The next morning, took care of what needed to be taken care of, and I will never eat those chicken wings again. I mean, honestly, at this point, I am absolutely horrified of anything that has capsaicin extract in it.
So I did this challenge. Like,
large amounts of extract are no joke.
A decent amount of sauce, and that was
especially like just unnatural, like chemical, like kind of versions of extracts, like those bitter, terrible tasting ones. There's some like clean ones that like are a lot easier to deal with.
I put my finger on it and then put it on my tongue, and it was immediate heat. The only thing that I've experienced that was that hot in my mouth was those peach peppers.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the peach ghost or those wings are probably the 2 hottest things that I've ever eaten. The thing that stopped me on
peach
this
ghost
challenge,
delicious
physically stopping it was not necessarily the heat, although the heat was unbelievably bad. But heat is something that you can.
It just goes away.
I mean,
your mouth is gonna be fine in
when
like
you're dying
10,
of
15
heat.
minutes.
You can deal with it. Like you just ignore it and just do it. But you
not
can
wrong,
see
Brian.
The, video, the hard part I was having is I was having a hard time physically swallowing it. Like I was.
I knew
it tasted so bad and such of that like epically chemical extract flavor.
The winking.
The other stuff is good.
the other food that they had there was fantastic, and he did I think
from what you hear,
from what I heard. But he did what he aimed to do. He made the hottest damn wings on the planet.
Yeah,
he sure did.
I don't really think there's more you can do, and he's an awesome dude. So yeah, the wings that I ate were. He clocked them at 9 million Scoville, which, if that is true,
see what I said?
Clearly by far the hottest thing that I've ever eaten.
It's not
I think
possible.
It just really came down to the amount of capsaicin extract that I put
There
in
you
my
go.
body, and it was
All right,
just
I did say that. Okay, so in retrospect, unfortunately, the Wing King is no longer open in Las Vegas, so I could never go back to try these Death Wings again. I would never try this challenge again. It's by far the worst day of my entire life. I cramped for 33 hours straight. 15 minutes on, 15 minutes off. I do believe what he probably did was he mentioned like ghost peppers and reapers and things like that. So I think that he probably got took his one of his house wing sauces. Took a bunch of dried powder because it's very easy to get. So he probably got dried peppers, blended it in. Then he put a lot of extract in there because I could clearly taste it. It was very bitter. I think it was a combination of plutonium number 9, which is why he said it was 9 million Scoville, and Satan's blood, because that is just a very common extract that you're going to find in hot sauce stores. It's like a viral, low quality extract that everybody's going to know. So, in my opinion, wing sauce, dry peppers, plutonium number 9, Satan's blood. That combination completely wrecked me. And it is the worst day of my entire life. And that was the first time I'd watched this video since that moment in time, but it is something I've referenced many times on the channel. If you are new to the channel and have not seen that, you can go back and watch the video again without my commentary on it, or go ahead and read the comments. Like I said, there's a lot of comments directed towards Brian, the owner, and then my buddy Ninja that was with me, but they are both very kind, very nice people, and all they were trying to do was to help make the content better because I was having a hard time talking the entire time. So they're just trying to be funny and kind of playing into the extreme level of it. So please go easy on them. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you guys, and I hope I never feel like that again. But I do plan on doing some pretty hot things in 2024. All right, I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next.
Hey, this is Brian Ames. Please click the subscribe button that you see right there, and you'll subscribe to my videos. From now on, I'm going to be eating a lot of peppers. It's going to, oh man, it's going to be great. Bye.